and we check in, there is so much things that we could discover about ourselves. So many things, and beautiful things too. What sometimes you may be going through at this point in time is just an experience. It's just an experience that the soul want to go through. And once you could see that as an experience and look at it with a positive eye, not a negative eye, look at it positively, you will see all the gems hidden in that situation. And you could use those gems for further situations when it comes down the line. I always like to say, have those tools in your toolbox. So whenever you're ready, another situation arises in your life, you have those tools that you could use in whatever experience or situation you may be going through at that point in time. So always have your tools in your toolbox. It is essential that we have those tools in our toolbox. Whatever modalities you're choosing to check in with yourself, use it and help yourself to grow and to evolve. I hope that you're doing your journaling because it is so important that every day we be grateful for something in our lives. Even a situation that you're going through, be grateful for it because it's going to help you to grow and to evolve into this beautiful person that you are. The light is within you, but it all depends if you look for it. You got to look for that light because it's in within you. We all have that shining light within ourselves, but we got to look for it. The light is not on the outside. We have the light within ourselves. And once you go internal, the external will change. It will change because that is exactly what normally happens with our lives. Internal, external, not external for internal. Because many times we're looking on the external to change the internal. You got to change the internal, and then you're going to see the external start to change. And always remember, things don't happen overnight. Everything takes time. So if today you're checking in with yourself and tomorrow you're looking for this big change right away, sometimes it don't happen that way. We got to learn that lesson. We got to go within and correct ourselves. And it's a period of time. We got to be persistent. Once you realize things are now happening in your life the way how you want it to happen, and once you start to check in with your life, you will see the external things start to come to you. People are going to show up to help you, to move you forward, to help you to grow and to evolve. So I hope that you are doing that journaling. You're finding that time to ground yourself because it is so important that we find whatever modality we're going to use to ground ourselves. It is essential. It is essential for us to ground ourselves every single day, whether it's meditation, yoga, whatever modality you choose, ground yourself. Make sure you show gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful for everything in your life. It is super important. Another thing, forgiveness. Find in your heart to forgive yourself and to forgive that person who may have done you some wrong in the past. Find in your heart to forgive that individual. Because when you forgive that person, you only free up space for great things to start to happen in your life. Because many times that is what is holding us back. That dense energy that we hold within ourselves, that is holding us back from moving forward. So it's time that we free up that space and we could see great things start to happen in our lives. So this afternoon, I just want to wish my sister a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. And I am so grateful that both of us are doing this journey together. We decided to do this journey together and come back here to do it together. And she's such an amazing soul. And I am so honored to be your sister Joan. And Thank you so much for all that you do for each and every person every day. You show up, you hold space, you help people to evolve. You are a true angel to this earth. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you. I am Karen Pascal, holistic health and wellness coach and a co-author of two ebooks with my sister Joan Williams. And we also have a digital magazine and a hard copy magazine. And if you have not subscribed, please go to the comments below and subscribe because these magazines are beautiful. There's so many recipes, there's so many articles that you could read that could help you to change your perspectives and start to shift yourself into a more mindful state of mind. So just go and subscribe. This afternoon, we got a beautiful topic, openness. And Dr. Constance, she is here to help us to really understand what is openness, how we should live our life being open. So I'll now hand you over to my sister, Joan Williams. Joan, take the mic.
Wow. Wow. Great opening as always. So much of good stuff that kicking us off for this evening. But first thing what I want to say is thank you as a sister. Thank you as an individual. Thank you as a person who is embodying me as a sister and the love, the compassion, the faith that we are bonded together as sisters and walking this path and sharing this journey together. It's so beautiful. It's so awesome. Words are not even enough to describe it, but it's very, very profound, very powerful. And it's truly amazing. So thank you for who you are. And I'm going to be reciprocated and say everything that you said all right back to you because you're one of a kind. You're a special, strong woman. And so thank you for being who you are and embracing life and embracing this journey and showing up in spaces and facilitating people to bring come true with them to their true self and providing a roadmap and help them on the journey as well. So I just want to thank you. I just want to say I love you for who you are and just continue to be you because you're amazing. You're gorgeous. There is so much things to say, but I love you dearly and thank you so much. And you know what I want to say too is that to everyone who's listening now on the live and those who are going to be listening to replay, don't be afraid to tell someone in your life, whether it's a friend, whether it's sister, brother, or whoever in your life, that you love them. Whether you want to say it verbally or you want to write a note, or we have so many ways now how we can communicate with each other, whether digitally or however you chose to. But show your love to people in your life who really matters and who are helping you and supporting you in your journey. It's so important just show that level of gratitude. People who've been in our lives in our formative years. I know sometimes people say, "Well, he know that I love him or she know that I love." But no, saying it makes it powerful. Saying it that you matter to me. Saying it, thank you for your support on my journey. Saying it, it's powerful. There is something to that. How you think that somebody out of the blue just get a note from you, a text, a phone call, a message, or whatever way, just saying that thank you for being you, and I'm happy that you are in my life. I'm happy that you supported me on my journey. I'm happy that you supported me when I didn't actually believe in myself, but you saw something in me that was powerful, and you helped me to draw that out to be who I am today. How beautiful is that? Don't forget, show yourself love and compassion. You're special. You're worthy. Get to that place of worthiness and remind yourself and just believe in yourself that you have all of that. Yes, sometimes it's rough because with life there are challenges. But you know what? When we go through those challenges and when we go through adversity, what do we do after that? How do we bounce back? Do we stay there stuck? Or we can go within, as Karen was early speaking, go within and harness, go in our inner core and harness that strength, that courage, whatever you might believe in, God, whatever your source is, and draw from that, and that can pull you up from the space that you are in. And then sometimes when we go through adversity, find a new purpose. We find a new purpose in life that would catapult us to greater success. So continue loving in yourself, show yourself love and compassion, and remember, celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins, small or big. You earn it. And sometimes we're so busy with life, and we have attained a level of success because we're working on a project, and we attain a level of success. Stop, pause, take that in. Stop and feel what that moment feel like. Stop and pause and soak that all up, because remember, you've earned it, because you're moving on to the next. So feel what that moment feels like, because it's beautiful. Because we all on this journey, and we all trying to live out our true potential and be our best. And we got a great guest tonight who is truly amazing. I know you said all of everyone, you might say, oh, they always say their guests are amazing. But yes, they are, because they bring tremendous value to the space. That is what they bring to Soul, Light, and Body. Because whether you're catching us on live or you're catching up on the replay, when you go back, there is so much body of information. There's so much body of value, because we bring the experts in. That's what they do. So when they come into the space, and we always honor to have them in the space so they can share that value and connect with each guest that come on Soul, Light, and Body, because they share so much value. Or even if you connect with them and they cannot offer you that, they can know somebody else, because connectivity, collaboration is key. It's a big currency. So I just want to thank you all who are on the live. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for all the greetings and notes, the flowers, all the good stuff. That's what love is. We exchange love all the time, and that's what we bring. Every time we show up in Soul, Light, and Body, we bring love.
Mm-hmm.
We share love. We give love. It's always a fountain of love. Because, sometimes people feel that love, you got to stop, or you got to make. No, love is a fountain. It flows all the time. The more you give, the more you get. So wealth is value in that. So continue giving love, spreading love to others, and pulling others up, because that is what our beautiful guest tonight, she does. She helped others up. She helped to build via and sustainable relationship and bring others along. She's not just staying there. She's helping others, and it helped us to all level up, because we all working on something. And whatever that something is, draw it out. You're impregnated with a dream, connect with Constance. She will help you. That's what Dr. Constance do. She's truly an amazing person. And tonight I would thank you, Dr. Constance, for being here. It's a true honor for being here. My name is Joan Williams, holistic health and wellness. And I know Karen talked about the digital magazine and the hard copy. Look out for our newsletter that will be out soon. And thank you all for sharing the value you receive from the magazine, because like I know most of you on LinkedIn know Angelique Ingram, which I'm going to post that tomorrow. Karen and I are going to post it, that she got a recipe from the magazine and she created it. She made it, she brought it into life, and then she shared that with us. How beautiful that is. And that is what sharing and giving and all this good stuff is, because we can help each other. It's fun, creativity, joy, happiness. So thanks to all of you, and let us know how we can support you, because you've
Yeah.
been supporting us. Let us know how we can support you. Write us. Let us know what areas you're struggling, and we can connect you with somebody who can help you. That's what it's about. That's what Soul, Light, and Body is about. So thank you, all of you. Love, much love to all of you who send love to all of us. Love, 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 love. I know we're talking about love all the time, but love is powerful. So tonight as we said earlier, we have Dr. Constant in the house, and she's going to be able to share with us because what she's passionate about is creating sustained and viable relationship through collaboration. And she has got the body, the wealth, the value to share with us, having been a dean twice and her degrees and author podcast. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Constant is doing it, and she's gonna tell us how we can level up and move from the struggles that we in one space and how we can move up. So I'm not gonna take up any more time. Dr. Constant, welcome.
First of all, why are we not singing happy birthday? Like, go, like, you know, like it's your birthday. I'm on its Friday. Come on. What? I mean, that's dedication. On your birthday, you're on a live show and you're like, you guys need to level up, go through adversity. I'm like, girl, let's party. Like, that's what I'm about. Party is my middle name. I don't drink though. This is just my energy. So I was like, what? Why are we not singing happy birthday?
Yes.
So you're a Leo then.
I
Because actually July 22nd is Leo. I'm a Cancer, 7/11, but it's still July. Look,
Yes.
Christine's like, bring on the party.
Yes.
Christine, you're not ready over there. You gotta keep up with your hair, that's for sure.
Yes.
Oh my God, I am so happy to be here. It's such an honor to be here. Honestly, what you guys represent, and when you guys ask me like, oh, do you want to be in our show? I'm like, oh yeah, I've been watching you for a while now. I'm on the sideline, like just kind of watching because there are people who watches you, but then they don't really just engage because they don't know where they fit in, but they still can relate, right? It's
Yes.
you think no one is watching you, someone is watching you. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
You need to
Yeah.
continue. But it would be like, hello from the sideline. Can you tell me you're alive out there? Like, because
Yes.
I'm talking to myself here by myself. But you are being watched, you are being inspirational. And I love collaborating with people who are open, right, to collaboration. For me, openness, when you guys asked me, like, what is the theme? And I said, openness, because it's very broad but it's super important concept that can be
True.
applied to many aspects of our life
Mm-hmm.
because we come with trauma, we come with adversity, we come with an environment limited to only us. And so when external people, like you said, come in and you're not solid in the foundation of your internal, you get shaken like nobody's business.
True.
And some of us will stay in that hole for a while until you're
Mm-hmm.
like, can you throw me a rope? I'm drowning, right? But some
Yes.
of us, she's laughing over there, but some of us don't even ask for a rope
True. True.
and we
True.
just stuck there. And then we start complaining and then playing the victim role like, oh my God, my life is so negative. And I'm like, yeah, you have a rock and you're hitting your head, you're bleeding, girl, get it out, right?
Yes.
And it's instead of us complain, which I complained a lot before, it's kind of sit down, like you said, journaling is super important
Mm-hmm.
and communication is also super important.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, personality trait and openness to experience is like psychology. You have to get into unwiring and rewiring your brain, like
Mm-hmm.
silence, be silent,
Yes.
be still, and just watch your life, either up or down. But
Mm-hmm.
it's your life. You got to be responsible for it.
Mm-hmm.
You're the driver of your own life wherever you're going,
Yeah.
right? And so
Mm-hmm.
don't blame other people like, I'm doing this. There are things you can't control, to be honest. But there are most things in your life that you can control.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to
True.
leveling up, I actually started a podcast last year, February, because I had an issue with my team where they don't communicate well and I was losing students. So I started Level Up Academy or Level Up, period, is just because I wanted my team to communicate as a dean. And then when I quit being a dean, I said, oh, I quit being a podcast. It's done. And when someone emails me, like, oh, by the way, first two episodes of your podcast saved my life, and then I stopped reading when she talks about her own self that she was trying to kill herself. And I was like, oh, I just murdered someone without murdering someone. I was so nervous. I didn't continue that email for a while because I'm like, I'm not responsible for anybody. Like, seriously. And then I continue and I was brave enough to read. And she said, she told me her story that, she's been married at age 13 in a different country, of course. And that when her husband left her, she thought life was over because that was her life. But when I talked about adversity and my student who was 50 years old, who recently got divorced, who was told by her spouse that she's dumb, she's stupid, she can never do anything, she found education to make her feel important about her life. And she took her own ownership. And the listener said, I think it's time to live my life. Maybe I will go back to school. And every time I'm lazy to do any audio editing, I think about that email. Like, I don't care if no one is listening, but that one person that I saved her life and her son, I'm going to keep continuing. And then from there, it evolves to open up academy because I've been teaching for 10 years as a professor on many universities with my 4 degrees. And I found like I can't control what other university does, nor does the other governing party. But I have to be open to what the society needs today, right? Most people are so busy, they're not going to commit 5 years to university. CJ, I need to know this now. Do you have it? I'm like, nope. Why not? I was like, I don't own the school, So I was like, wait, why am I not owning my own school? So I own my own school now to level up people, to teach you what you would pay $5,000 to $10,000. Literally, I'm committing to leveling up the world. I know it's a big commitment. I'm working on that. Okay. But that's why I'm here with Karen, because collaboration is the key to leveling up.
Yes.
Right? Leveling up does not mean you have to be educated in a 5-year program. It could just be drinking water because you're dehydrated. That's leveling up. You guys giving love and giving advice and giving all your magazines and articles for people, that is leveling up. Yeah. Every time you commit to yourself to do something different than yesterday, that is leveling up. That is what I'm committed to. And I have so many projects. I have a global summit. I'm hoping you guys will be in it. Because I want to level up the world through tooling up. Meaning we're so busy taking care of other people, we don't take care of ourselves.
True.
And then we're like, oh my God, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, wait, why am I complaining? I have control over that, right? And I don't know why, including myself, I like to get busy, but I took that word busy to the next level. And then I'm like, oh, Jesus, why did I commit myself to this, right? And then so I slow down. But having a journal, like you guys said, helps you self-reflect. How can I be open? Every day is a struggle for some people.
Yes.
For all people, it's a struggle. I don't care. You don't have to be like I have friends who are homeless. I have students who are homeless. You don't have to be struggling at that level to say I'm struggling. It could be you're struggling financially. It could be you're struggling with your relationship with someone or a relationship with yourself.
True.
Or it could be struggling with just trying life. It's just hard, right? But when you compare yourself to yesterday and not with other people, that's how you level up.
Wow.
I like how you said, I mean, there's so much to unpack, but just the last one that you said, when you compare, not to compare with other people, but to compare of yourself, it starts with you.
Yes.
It starts with you as an individual. That is your entry point. There's where I'm so happy that you've said that. I'm so happy you said that, because sometimes we try to compare. Everybody has got their own journey. We all walking on our own lane. So if we try to focus on us as an individual, go in get to the inner core of ourselves, living from the inside out, then we can see things better, new insight, new perspectives, and get ourselves in a true alignment. Where are we going? Sometimes we've got a little bit of tweak and change here and there. And then getting ourselves aligned with someone like Dr. Constant.
Yes.
Who can give you clearer vision and bring clarity to what you're thinking about.
Yes.
How did this all get started?
Well, it started with trying to help my students. I have about, probably, I counted the other time, I have over 10,000 students. My youngest is probably 4 years old. I used to do K to 12. And my oldest is 78 years old. I have a lot of ex-military students who are on their second career, done with the military. Now they're like retired, but working still.
Mhm.
And they're like, I don't understand civilian world. I'm like, I don't understand military world. So let's just communicate somewhere in the middle, right?
Right, right.
And so that's what I usually do. And it's because when you're in a habit of, oh, by the way, when you're in a relationship and you're like, I'm so good at this, I'm going to change that person. Listen, you're not going to change nobody.
True,
Okay. Even down there, when you're down there, you're still not changing anybody. Don't
true.
even. That's a losing battle.
Yeah,
Okay. You can barely change yourself, let alone somebody else. Come on. Let's be honest. Right. You're not going to change that person. I've been trying. I've been married for 20 years. And all I asked was, close the toilet. Close the toilet. It's not happening. So I give up, and I'm just trying to train my German Shepherd to close the toilet for his daddy. It's not happening. Okay, let me tell you, you can't change it. But here's the thing: when you are every day, when you are going through adversity, some are little, some are big. On those big adversities that you're going through, it's okay to cry.
mm-hmm.
It's okay to scream too.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't scream at anybody else, because then that will backfire on you. Okay, I tried that one too. But here's the thing, don't stay and wallow on that. And
Thank you.
don't think that that adversity is so strong that it's going to take up the rest of your life.
True.
Fact, that adversity you are given as a gift for
Mhm.
you to realize, how can you do better? Have you seen Amy, baseball player, football player, that are super rich family and was really successful? They come from poor families. They come from poor countries, and they want to do better. Think about that. Why do you think all of these immigrants are so good at what they do and just in and out? Because they came from the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. And the people who are always on the top that are doing great, great for them. But most people that are really doing something, they
Yes.
came from the bottom, because we want to do better. What does that tell you? It tells you
Yes.
that adversity is an opportunity for you to grow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Say
embrace it.
say that again. Somebody needs to just hear this.
Yes.
Adversity is for your opportunity to grow. Here's another thing I want to give you and your listeners. I was asked people, like, how do you think of leadership? I've been a business leader for 25 years. I said, don't complicate your life. Everything that you do, two things, that's it. When you're faced with adversity, when you're faced with something, two things you got to do. Are you ready? With this decision that I'm about to make, is it an opportunity or is it a limitations for me?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Think for a moment. If I do this, would that be a limitations for my growth, or would this be an opportunity for me to grow?
Yes. Yes.
That is so important.
Yes.
Warren
Mention.
Buffett. Okay, I met him in person. He literally taught me that. It's like, I was 21. I didn't know who Warren Buffett is. I'm like, hey, Grandpa. I was in sales in Geico, and I won one of the gold sales, and we had to go to lunch with him. And so I asked him, I was the youngest leader out of 3,000 people. I'm very competitive. You guys don't already know.
Yes.
And, so I was like, okay, who's Warren Buffett? And I looked him up, like, okay, he's a big deal. But it didn't sunk in. When you're young, you just don't get it, right?
Mhm.
But then I asked him, I said, hey, how did you become rich? And how did you become leader? He just smiled. He's so kind. He's like, just think of two things. Are you making a decision for your limitations, or is it an opportunity? And that stuck to my head. And I wrote a book with my other three people because of that. I'm
Mhm.
on my third book. I'm going to own my fourth book soon. I'm working on the memoir, but we'll see. Because I want to help other people bring their superpower out.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We all have it,
Yes, we do. We do.
but you don't know your potential when all you hear is, you're not enough. You're not pretty enough. You're
Hmm.
short. You're not good enough. You're missing this. Instead, celebrate.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Celebrate your milestone. Wow, I
Yeah.
woke up today. I'm 6 feet above ground. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're dropping so much a gem on us tonight. I mean, it's truly amazing. It and we just so feel so honored to have you here tonight. Just to pour into us as women here, pour into us in those who are watching us live, to pour into those who are going to be catching on the replay, because there is so much value. We need to hear more of these things, that we can live our true potential, that we can know that we are enough, that we can know that whatever our desires are, whatever dream that we are impregnated with, we can draw it out and not to be scared. If you're thinking of writing a book, whatever is it that we are thinking about, is you pour to us and tonight on us. We know that yes, we can. Before I hand the mic over to Karen, is that I want to just for you to describe the moment when it felt with you and 100 influencer women on LinkedIn. Talk about that.
Oh, the Filipino women. Okay. I actually love that because someone nominated me and basically asked, "Hey, what do you do?" And I said, "I don't. Although I am Filipino and Chinese, I'm also American, but I don't really do things for people based on boxes, meaning
Yes.
female minority. I mean, I could go on to these boxes, but I'm beyond boxes.
True.
I don't limit myself to that. It is nice though, because it is something that Filipino people honestly are very giving and we're very kind as a culture. We're just like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're a third world country, right? But if you go to the poorest side of the Philippines, there's also rich side of the Philippines, but there's the poorest side of the Philippines. They don't know you. They don't even need to speak your language. They will give you their last drop of food. That's how they are in Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Give you whatever they have, even if they don't have it, they'll give it to you. And so I'm very honored to be part of that. And there was a lot of questionnaires, and I actually forgot about it because it was like 2 months. I didn't even know until they're like, "Hey, you're one of the 100." They submitted. I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And actually, sometimes I don't wear my title because it's a pressure. As soon as you bring that the little hat of doctor, I'm like, "Guys, I'm not a medical doctor. Call 911. You will die on me. That's not the doctor I am." I did. I was in a flight and someone was like having a hard time breathing and they saw my little light. I was like, "Nope, not that kind of doctor. If you call 911, you will die right now. Like, I'm gonna tell you that caveat." And they're like, "Okay. Hi, sister. I want to say hi to sister Nicole and Susanna. Thank you so much for being here. I
Thank you.
want so Nicole is in my 50 inspirational project. And these are the type of project that is free that we do for our community. Like on Monday, I have a free workshop for financial education for women because women somehow we always are last to know on our finances. And it's super
Yes.
important to do that. And Troy is a finance guy in my community that's willing to give 1 hour of his time. So Level Up Academy will always have free workshop every single month to help my community level up, right? It could be a project. Last time it was communicating with leaders from Afghanistan, my sister from there. And I just get people, international people to come and help because I want to build a community of what I want. Sometimes we're like, I want this, 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 and this, but are you willing to build that community is the question.
True. True.
You two are willing to build a community.
Yes.
Somebody else. You can't just take and take. You got to step up and show
Yeah.
up, right?
Yes, I mean,
Wow.
so we just want to give shout out to our dear friend Annie and Padre and Christine and everybody else who is on this call tonight and on this show tonight, because you being here is helping us and let us know how we can support and connect those who have not connected with Dr. Constant. Connect. It's all about connectivity. It's all about collaboration. That is how we level up. Would you say?
Yeah. I want to give shout out to Mike King. He is in ESPN Virginia. I will see you soon, brother. I have a 9 a.m. EST meeting with him on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I'll see you then. But yes, he is from ESPN for international business. So
Hi,
yeah.
Wow.
welcome.
Yeah. You know, just listening to you, Dr. Constance, you know, it really helps us to understand what is leveling up. You know, it's building a community
Mhm.
because a lot of times we are not even close to each other. We are millions of miles away from each other. But thank God for the internet,
Mhm.
where we could use this modality to come together and to collaborate and to become a community. That this When we become a community, we able to help so many other
Yeah.
people. And the universe love this, because when we show up and we give, that's the most important thing you could ever do,
Mm-hmm.
is to show up and be of service,
Right.
that you could help someone to find the light within themselves.
Yes.
And that is what we are doing here today. We are showing up and we are being a guiding light for you. We are giving you tools that you could put into your toolbox, that whenever any experience or situation comes up in your life, you can always go to those tools and use those tools to help you. Or even so, if you know someone, you could give them that tool also, that they could help themselves to level up.
That's right. I'm like, yes, you're speaking.
So true. That's
I wanted to also
true.
add that it's nice to have all the tools and all the things that you need, but it's super important to surround yourself with
Mhm.
people that you can be comfortable with. Nicole,
Right.
Anna, they're my creatives group. They're my creative sisters with Christine Jones and Natalie, who's in Canada right now. Um, Basically, we let each other's deepest secrets, really, right?
Yeah.
And I am just done today. Like, I cannot handle this life. Can you guys give me some good juju, right?
Yes.
And it's hard to be comfortable with people that you don't know. Hello?
Mhm.
True. True. True.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell your deepest secret because there's gossip, gazette somewhere in there that's got to get you.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like, listen, if you're going to gossip about me because I am breaking down, what does that make you?
Right.
I'm
True.
Right.
human.
True.
Thank
So
you.
true.
And I curse a lot. I try not to, but listen, it's just me. Like, I can't help myself like that. But I'm not going to put myself in a closet because I'm afraid that people will judge me. No matter what I do, people will judge me anyway.
True.
But here's
Absolutely
the
right.
thing, I'm doing it not for me. And my mission is bigger than my adversity.
True.
I got into this drama from LinkedIn that someone called me evil because I call her out on something. And I said, I think you need a mirror, girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, because everything that I do is always for my community. When I get up, I think about other people. But it also is important to find that balance that it's not about always the other people. And that's why meditation, like you guys do, that's what I do,
Yes.
right? And Dr. Brewer just told me when you meditate, you need the whole chi to go up. Do not sit down. I'm like, okay. So I bought a desk now, okay, that's standing up. I'm like, man, my old age, my leg hurts. And my husband just laughs. I mean, the neck hurts. And it's like, just stand up. It's fine. You're fine. You're breathing. Your chi is going up and down. I'm like, I will try anything because here's the thing. We all learn from each other and we
Yes.
actually need each other.
Yes.
People, we need to be each other, connections,
Yeah.
right? And you need to collaborate with people. It's not a competition because
Right.
Absolutely.
each
Exactly.
and every one of you have your own superpower. Even if it seems like we're doing the same thing, we're doing it differently because your background is different, your adversity is different. But like you guys said, love anyway,
Yes.
right? Yes. I love being
Absolutely right.
Jerome, that's me. I'm a Christian, guys, but I am definitely a sinner. I don't know if I am going to heaven. I'm gonna knock on that door hard. But seriously, I have some issues sometimes, but I'm very open to changes and things like that. Did we lose our sister there?
Yes, typical lucky loser. What you're saying that it is super important because many times we try to compare ourselves with other people, and then the judgments start to come in. We start to judge ourselves because we are comparing ourselves. We all came here with a purpose. And as you rightfully said, we are doing it in different ways. And we need to appreciate ourselves to what we are doing. Because once you start to compare, then is when you're going to have a problem with yourself. You are unique, you are enough, you are special, you're one of a kind. And what you bring to the world needs it. The world needs to hear from you. The world needs to hear your story. The world needs to read your book, your podcast. So look within yourself and just birth that gift. Unwrap it. Just unwrap the gift. Peel back those layers and just bring that gift out because you're special and you have great things to offer. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. Who is in front of you? Who is behind you? There is no need to do that. We all came back here to collaborate with each other to make this world a better place. And if we could start to look at it in that fashion or way, we will see so much of difference happening in this world. That is what we need to do. Right,
Yeah.
Dr. Constance?
Yeah. Susanna, thank you, sister. Nicole, if people are gossiping about you, yeah, you're that important. Wasting your precious time while we use our productivity. Listen, it
Yes.
doesn't really matter to me because we have a lot of projects, and our projects, like my podcast, is about other people. I want to elevate my community. My 50 inspirational connections is asking my community, hey, give me 5 minutes, part of your life. Tell me how inspiring your story is
Right.
because I want to celebrate you. You're the king and queen for the day. Give me that information. And I
Right.
love that, right? Nicole, she's so funny. She is bipolar, and she's so funny because she's like, "Did I just say that?" And I was like, "Oh no, you're not giving me the other twin today." You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
love her. It's just we click because she is the type of person that has integrity. And when she says something that she will do, doesn't matter what she's doing, she will drop it and she will do it. That's one thing I love about that.
Yeah.
Jerome, yes, that's true. Everyone has their own DNA. I know people are so busy competing and comparing and all this. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, don't, because you have your own superpower. The only thing is that you
Mhm.
need to find out what is your purpose,
Right. Right.
right? What's your purpose? If you don't know it yet, it's okay. Keep digging. It's
True.
fine. Yeah.
True. Absolutely right. If you don't know it as yet, just keep digging. And once you keep digging, you will find your purpose, why you are here.
Yep. Or we could just party and then it'll just maybe click when you're singing and you're dancing.
Absolutely. Who knows?
Yeah. Wait, Nicole said, where's that nice Caribbean accent from? Ah, she's asking you.
I'm from Guyana. It's
Oh.
it's a, it's a country next to Venezuela, Brazil, Suriname.
She's from Trinidad. That's why.
Next to she's from Trinidad.
That's right. My
Woo-hoo!
Trinidad.
Oh wow, that's nice, nice, Nicole. Wow, nice. We're
Yeah.
Caribbean people.
That's right. Island. I know. I was always trying like, oh gosh, I'm from the island, right? I'm an island.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Oh,
But
I love
look the fun that we're having. You know, this is what makes life so such a blessing because when we could collaborate and then we could bring joy to someone, it brings us joy also. When we bring joy to a space, it brings it brings joy to us also. So that is what we really need to do. We need to level up, show up, and just be of service. There's someone out there who's waiting on you.
Mm-hmm.
They're waiting to hear your story. And sometimes your story could change their life.
That's right.
So just show up, level up, and give. Just give. Just give.
Yeah, it is adding value to us. And I love the new social trend that we are giving information for people who's not even accessible. Like I
Yeah.
was just sitting yesterday when I did my podcast to a co-founder of a software. I'm like, most of the time you won't be able to have access to the people who are co-founders and founders of organizations. But
Yes.
LinkedIn and technology makes it possible. So take advantage of that. And I wanted to bring in, because I know you're probably going to be ending soon, about openness and trust.
Yes. Oh, that's a biggie. That's a
Yes,
biggie.
openness is often closely linked to trust, right? How
Yes.
does openness contribute to building trust in relationship, in institutions, in society as a whole? Like what happens when openness is compromised and trust is like eroded? And most of the time it's like bad relationship, right? You have
Yes.
your ex and your ex did this and that, and then the next relationship suffers because my ex used to do this and my ex used to do that. And you look at them,
Mm-hmm.
do I look like your ex right now?
True.
Right?
True.
It's the same for your friendship. I think we need to take each person as an individual rather than as a whole, right? Because some of our friends are cray cray, and then you go to the next friend, you're like, you can't be cray too. And I'm like, yeah, just a little bit, like,
Yes.
but
Yes.
we need to keep
Yes.
that openness and trust by individual, not for everyone, because we have a tendency to blanket everything. Oh, this type of people, they're all this, because I have a friend who's that, and they're all like that. That
Yeah.
conversation that irks me because each
Yes.
person is different. So take it as an individual because it's like having
Mm-hmm.
that balance of being open but not wanting to be hurt.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Right?
You are so right. And many times we don't give people a chance. We don't give people a chance because when we look at our past relationships, we tend to always have that baggage, and many times people bring baggages from relationship to relationship. you know Sometimes you find a person may be having a relationship with someone, and because they was being hurt in that relationship before, they don't give this other person the chance to really express themselves, to see who really is this individual I'm dealing with now, than
Mm-hmm.
taking what you had in the relationship before and bringing it forward to that person, which in you got to give that person a chance for them to prove themselves. And so that is what we really need to do, is give relationships a chance. Of course, we're going to have our boundaries, but give relationships a chance, because many times we block things out and don't give the person a chance, and that person could be very good for us and could help to move us forward.
Yeah.
So we really need to really re-examine our relationships and see what we can do to enhance it.
Yeah. I have a good example for that is when I usually only focus on education, right? And people that are in higher ed, because that's all I'm hiring all the time is people with PhDs, master's program, and all that. If I only stick to that type of group, I would never be best friends with Nicole as my sister.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, that's what I'm saying. I don't close. I'm open to everyone because I see a person as a person, not
Yes.
a person like, oh, you don't have a degree. Oh, you're not Asian. Oh, you're not this, right? All that boxes that you have, break it up. Just be open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we got our birthday girl back. What up, hon? We miss you, sister.
Yes.
About being
Yeah.
open and trust. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes. Yes. That is
Yes.
so
I,
important. Open and trust. Yes.
I think that is such a key of the way we should live our lives, because when we not live in a space of openness, we close ourselves off for opportunities. We close ourselves off to succeed. And there's so much beauty out there that we're missing. Would you agree?
Sure.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
missed out on a lot of things. My
Yes.
sisters are here. Woo woo, my creative sisters. Christine is a 30-year, okay, K to 12 teachers. K to 12, 30 years. Hello? You have a lot of
I
questions.
can
Right? I mean, she's
do.
amazing.
Wow, she's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
I know. And my
Wow.
sister Nicole, amazing. If you need graphics, banners, she's it. My sister Susanna, she does vision boarding. She's a consultant. She's amazing. She was actually featured in Sephora because of her
Wow.
story. So look up Susanna Dawn. She's an amazing sister.
All
You
Wow.
right.
have amazing sisters. Like that's just
Wow.
And it,
oh my god.
that is something that I guess we'll talk about that. We should really just host a show on that about vision boarding. So, Susanna, we'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if you
Yes.
guys it was that you talk about because I know there's so much things you're doing and we congratulate you for everything. We give you your flowers. But there is a space where you talk about vulnerability. I don't know if you guys spoke about that when I was out. Can you dive into that a little bit?
Which one? Vulnerability?
Vulnerability.
Um, that's a superpower. I used to think that crying, I ugly cry, by the way. I don't cry like pretty. I just like woo, running, like I ugly cry. But I used to think being in Asian culture that if you cry, you're weak. If you tell your business about your own weakness, you're weak. You're a nothing. In fact, it makes you human.
Yes.
You
Yes.
are vulnerable. People can relate to you. Like, wow, I've been accused of being an AI already as it is. I'm like, guys, I'm real. Seriously, like I'm real. Um, when you put yourself to just being yourself and be vulnerable of your own adversity, it's actually a superpower. It's
Yes.
not a negative. It's not a weakness, right? A weakness is in your mind because you're actually
Mhm.
putting yourself in boxes that, oh, people's gonna think of me bad because I ugly cry, or I told them about my past that I've been abandoned as a child and they're gonna judge me that I have so much issues. I'm like, who doesn't have issues? What makes big a difference is I take my issues, I package it and make it pretty and make it confetti. I can help you through my own issues. That's
Yes.
a superpower. Being vulnerable is a superpower, not a weakness.
True. Absolutely.
Love
I
it.
totally agree with you. I totally agree
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
superpower.
Because how vulnerability used to look in the past and was talked about. I'm glad that you have redefine it in this moment so we can understand that it's okay. It's all okay.
Yeah. And that's what my sister Christine even said. Being vulnerable makes you relatable, makes you human,
Mhm.
that you
Hmm.
are going through this emotions, right? And I used to not say anything about myself. I was like, I'm just teaching, I'm this, and I, whatever. And then because I had a hard time trusting people with my story,
Mhm.
because all I get is rejection or competing. And I'm like, how can you compete with me? I'm 5 feet tall. Like literally, I used to think height makes a big difference. I'm
Yes.
5 feet, I can't do nothing. Oh, but wait, I have a loud mouth. That's something that we can use now. When I was little, that was my thing with my family. Like, can you just be quiet? You're Asian. You're supposed to be quiet and silent. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I used to think that because
Mhm.
I talk a lot. And people just make me quiet all the time. And I get in trouble because I'm never quiet. And now it's my superpower. I'm like, hallelujah.
Right.
Recognize it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jerome, welcome. And he's saying that, letting it out, crying out loud, the comment from Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Because you know what? When we feel those emotions and we keep it in, that that is an energy that needs to be released. So it's okay if you want to cry, it's okay to cry. Let those emotions flow. And it's cleansing. When you cry, it's cleansing. So just let that emotions come out. You're cleansing yourself. You're freeing up that energy from that space that is within. So you could able to put new energy into that space. It's okay to
Yeah.
cry. It's okay.
Okay. And being a nurse and coming from nursing background, we would say that you're washing your lacrimal ducts out.
Right.
You're
Mm-hmm.
clearing everything, eyes, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want the next question I'd like to ask before we hand the mic over to Karen is talk about. I mean, you did a lot of books and stuff like that, but which one is more? Well, I know I can't answer that question. Which one? Oh, they're all important. But what can you share with us about the books that you've written and collaboration with that could help someone this evening here, this moment, who is on this in this listening space?
Okay, so my first book, if you're very technical, that was my dissertation. It's a 120 something book. It's really for HR people because women, and I've been following this because I have two girls. I used to be a United Nations ambassador for women and girls because I take my volunteerism to the next level. Okay, I volunteer for the world because I have so much issues with like stuff, and I'm like, I have to focus my energy on where it matters the most. I'm very intentional on my strategy. But here's what I found out is that most women, executive women, like America, we talk about we are for this and we yell for this, and you think we are there. Yes, we are making strides. Let me be clear, we are. But in the whole scheme of things of the world, executive women, okay, as a whole, as a population, United States is not even on the top 10. That's not my study, guys. That's somebody else's study. Okay. It's not even on the top 10. We're at number, I think, 29 the last time I was looking last year. Philippines is actually number 19, which is a third world country. So, what I did in my dissertation decades ago was seeing is there a difference in cultural values between women in the United States and Philippines that makes them that much higher in terms of hiring executive women? What is the difference? I want to see this bottle of success because I want to bring up to the world and level up the world. Like,
Yeah.
hey, there's that information. I still can't find it, but it's just that's my journey. That I always want to elevate women to there. In terms of pay, we're still behind in pay. Okay, so I want to
Yes.
know how can I help my sisters and my future great 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 grandkids as a
Yeah.
legacy for me to say, hey, I found a way and an answer for you to level up yourself so that you can have the same pay as men, right?
Yes.
Still haven't
Yes.
found that answer. I'm trying. So that was my first book. Okay. My second book, when I was a dean, is I did a summit, a global summit just for university, on different ways. Like how can you write in a journal? What is a thought leadership for Gen X and baby boomers and all that? That was my topic. How can you actually do business? I took all my team and we wrote a book together. That's
Wow.
in academic publishing. Book is this thin. It's like $50 because in 6 different languages. We put it
Wow.
in 6 different languages. And then my third book was with all of my creative sisters here: Susanna, Christine, Nicole, Natalie, myself. And there's about 29 other authors, including myself. There were 30 of us. It's an anthology of my 2 cents on self love.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's in Amazon, by the way. You can buy it. Okay. And
Right.
it's just different stories of people and how they provide self love on their own way.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. But you know what? That is what you call collaboration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is
Right?
collaboration. And when we come together, there is where that is when the magic happens. Because we bring each one of us bringing something to the
Of
table.
course. Of course.
And when each one of us bring food, I call it food. When each one of us bring that food to the table, look how much variety of food we're going to have to partake of. So when we give that food to the world, there's so many people could eat, feel refreshed, feel rejuvenated. So
Nourish.
that is what we need to do. We need to come together, bring ideas, bring what we have to the table, and then we could able to bring something out to the world. That is collaboration. So we really need to look within ourselves, show up and give. Because when we show up and we level up, We are able to give of ourselves and be authentic. Be authentic in our giving. So someone else could eat all from that plate.
Yeah.
We're leaving a legacy behind. So someone else could get to eat from that plate and nourish themselves. That is what we need to start to do.
Mhm.
Show up, level up, and feed. That is what we need to do.
Yeah. And it runs me to my next question before I hand the mic over. Tell us about your magazine. Talk about that Soul Magazine, which is digital, and Soul Essence. Can you enlighten us and the audience tonight about that? What it's all about?
Sure. My magazine is actually more of a blog. I put so much information in there based on my people's needs. So if I have a team, I'm also a director. I also teach another university. I work full time. I am a podcast host. I have projects. I have my own company. I'm all over the place because I want to level up the world. I have one life to live, and I'm going to be intentional in helping the world however I can through education. The magazine is really more of like, I want people to level up their game. But in this world, unfortunately, it's all about SEO and it's all about popularity contest. You know this more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We can hustle till the day we die, but if no one knows who you are, you're not making an
Sure,
impact. I'm sorry, you're
sure,
not,
sure, sure.
right? And we could talk about really good stuff. We could be $5,000 worth each of the words, but if no one is listening and no one sees you, you are
Mm-hmm.
just a nothing. You're a bubble
Okay.
in the air, right? So
Yes.
what I do is I make sure that I am already hooked up to other places who have a lot of people. Like, I was rated top 10 podcasts to listen to by LA Weekly for 2023. I'm on Mentors Collective. I'm on Shout Out DFW. I'm on all of these magazines, right? What I do is, okay, now that people know who Level Up Academy is, I need to bring anybody in my community who's willing to level up the world with me so their
Yes.
popularity goes up with me because
Yes.
I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not powerful. No, it's not happening. So that's why you guys come in. All of my sisters come in. All of my
Yes.
brothers come in. If
Yes.
you
Yes.
want to level up the world right now to make a difference and leaving a legacy and impact to the world, bring it.
Yes.
Right? I don't charge for publicity to be like most people, like $5,000. I'm like, brother, I'm a teacher. Where do you think I'm going to get this $5,000? Can you tell me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, my lipstick costs a lot of money, but I have a husband who buys this. This is not from a teacher's salary. I'll be honest with you. If I
Yeah.
can get a free thing and a coupon, I have no shame. I'll be like, hello, can you give me a coupon?
Yes.
At me. And I'm like, listen, you can say no. I'm not stealing from you. I'm just asking if you can give me. Because
Right.
again, my mission, my adversity, and my mission together, my mission is bigger than my adversity. I will keep
Yes.
moving.
Yes. Yes. And
Wow.
that's the
Wow.
spirit.
Wow. That's so admirable.
Yes, that's
Yes.
the spirit. You got to keep moving, because many times we look at our adversity and we kind of
Mm.
box ourselves in. Look at your adversity as an opportunity whereby you could propel to something greater.
Mhm.
Look within that adversity and find the gems within that adversity. So you could, as you said, so you could level up, you could show up and be your authentic self. Because during adversities, there is a lot of things we could really understand about ourselves, about a situation, about someone else. So we gotta start looking at it through a different lens to
Mhm.
really understand, okay, this is happening, but how can I use this to my advantage? How can I use this to help the world? So once we start to look at it in that through that lens, there's so many gems that could come out from whatever you're going through. So many gems could come out.
I think that the hardest point is, or the hardest thing sometimes, is when we go through something, and
Yes.
we are at the conclusion of what that's something, and we are at the end there. We have that choice to make, to choose.
Mm-hmm.
You have the moment to choose. Which way are we going to go?
Right.
Get complacent and be, it's okay to stay there. I think there is where the pausing is, because now you're going to accept it for what it is. But then how am I going to choose to move forward? And which direction is what is my next step?
Right.
Talk to us how we can find the level of courage and the level of strength and the level of determination and that level of resiliency to move from that space where we're at that point in time and move forward.
Okay, so I probably almost died 8 times already. One from cancer. um, yeah, when I was given 8 months, like, you're gonna die by December. I'm like, okay, you know. And yeah, so the way I see it is, you were born for a reason.
Absolutely.
Stop being busy looking at everywhere else. Stop looking at what can I do that's mine. We can look at you, we can look at anybody and everybody and what they're doing, and you're gonna feel like crap about yourself. Like, well, I can't even do that. There's no way, right? Stop doing that. Look at yourself and say, what is my purpose? Like I said, if you don't know your why, keep digging.
Right.
Because every time I'm tired of doing things, because I do get tired, and I said, okay, CJ, why are you doing this? What is your point?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, listen, what I'm feeling now is saving somebody's life worth it than just sleeping in.
Sure.
Every time I want to quit my podcast, I was like, okay, I just saved 2 people's lives. I'm not going to quit now.
Absolutely.
Right? My adversity, literally, my mission is literally bigger than my adversity, because we will go through adversity no matter what, whether you like it or not. IRS is gonna happen, adversity is gonna happen, you're gonna get old, it's gonna happen, right? You can't stop that, right? You can't stop any of that. What you can do is improve yourself every day. We have a problem with paying coaches and classes and things like that because you think it's a waste of time. You vegging out on Netflix is a waste of time.
True.
Okay, you just talking and gossip on your neighbor or whatever, that's a waste of time.
Absolutely.
Okay, because what is that productivity? What did it do to you? You just got old 5 minutes ago, but you're about negative and you're giving negative energy. Stop. In order for you to continue your growth, be intentional on every second of the day. Listen, I always pray. When I pray, I always say, thank you for the haves and have-nots, and also thank you for giving me and not giving me, right? Thank you for not giving me cancer. Thank you for not giving me disease. Thank you for not giving me my migraine today so I can level up the world. Thank you for letting me breathe. Thank you for waking me up, right? Thank you for all these people that invited me to their space. Thank you for all my sisters and brothers who shows up. Be thankful. You don't need to wait to win the lottery to be thankful.
True.
You need to be thankful for everything that you do and be fearless, right? Be fearless because that's your life. Live it. Smile. Because, I avoid wrinkles literally by not getting people's drama. As soon as I see drama, I was like, girl, I'm already getting older. You're not giving me wrinkles today. And I move. And my people, when they have attitude, I was like, we're not having this conversation until you calm down. Because I'm not doing wrinkles today. It's just not happening. Because I know I'm going to get old anyway. But now you're speeding up that. I'm not doing that. You have a choice. Engage or not engage. Turn off or turn on. Right? That's it. Just don't complicate your life like, I need to do this. No, you don't. You either be happy or you're not. You either be angry or you're not. By the way, before we end this, I want to ask you a question. And I think I've already asked you guys this. So, hostage negotiator, what is the percentage of success do you think that they have as hostage negotiator?
Is it 94%?
I would say around about, let's say 75.
Okay.
In the 90s.
94%. That's from Harvard Business. You can Google it up. 94%. You know the tools that they have? 2. Words and knowledge. That's it. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have action to follow that knowledge, it's nothing. You
Mhm.
just killed someone if you were a hostage negotiator.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes, yes.
Success in life is about
Yes.
showing up, having all that knowledge, you need to give it, but also show up and take action.
Take
All the
out.
intentions in your head, all these good ideas in your
True.
head, it's in your head. Get it out.
True. You gotta
Collaborate.
get it.
Take action, guys. Right? Hello? Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. You know, listening to you, it really helps one to understand that we all came here with gifts. We all
Yeah.
came back here for a reason. We came back here with a purpose. And if you don't know what's your purpose, as Dr. Constance said, you gotta keep digging.
Yeah.
What are you good at? See what you're good at. What you're good at is giving you the signal, you know what? This is the way to go. So see what you're good at. That's the start. See what you're good at. And as listening to you again, I realized that when we have set intentions,
Oh, that's a big one.
that is super, super, super important. You know, every day when myself and Joan we finish our meditation, we always end with this. We are here to serve humanity.
Hmm.
Give us the tools that we need to be of service. And once you say that, you will see people gonna start to show up in your life. Doors are gonna start to open. Because you know what? You're saying that you want to be of service for humanity. So things gonna just start showing up for you. Myself and Joan, a couple weeks ago, we didn't even saw this coming. We are hosting a show out of the United Kingdom, enrichment of the mind, body, and soul. That radio station reached out to me and Joan and asked us to host the show. So it clearly shows you when you ask, it's gonna come. And it's the same way if you're projecting things that you don't want, that is what is gonna come to you. So you gotta be careful what you asking for, what you're saying. You gotta be super clear, crystal clear, what exactly you want in your life. Right, Dr. Constance?
I'm just laughing about that because for the longest time, my husband's like, I want a male bulldog. And we have a male bulldog. He's like, I did not know they do that. I'm like, be careful what you ask for. Be careful. Because we have a male, we always had female dogs, and now he has a male bulldog, and he's nuts. It's just like a boy, 70 pound, like football player, run through everything. My husband's like, I think I like girls better because he has two daughters. And I was like, well, you asked for him, so now be careful what you
Yes.
ask. When you said, I was like, yeah, please be careful what you pray for because when he comes,
Yes.
but God, I didn't want this, this, and this, and God's like, listen, you weren't very clear, you weren't very specific. You just said this, so I gave you that, right? You got to be careful on what you ask for because sometimes, and God is funny too, and sometimes it's like you have your own control. You want to control your life so bad, and everything is going so wrong. Listen, he already knows. He's the architect. He already knows what's to go on with your life. Just go with it. Just make sure that your intentions are good values and that it is serving others and not serving you all the time. Like it's just me, 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 me. No, it's not about you, brother or sister. It's about your community. Use
Yes.
your superpower to help others because we don't have everything, right? We need
Right.
each other for something. Your
Yes.
strength can be my weakness. Please pour
Ye-
into me. My
Yes.
strength could be your weakness. I will pour into
Yes.
you. That's what
Yeah.
the community is all about. And if you want change, change yourself first. If you want community, be part of a team member. Be a good team player, right? And
Yes.
everything takes time. It's not overnight. And if you think
Mm-hmm.
overnight thing, no, it doesn't happen like that. Someone's lying to you. It
True.
doesn't happen like that. You gotta hustle every day and be
Yes.
consistent. That's the thing. If you are not authentic and you're trying to show that you're authentic, it's going to show up.
Yes.
Show up.
Well, well.
So true. So true. You're absolutely
Uh,
right. Wow. This is, you know what?
you
You got to be a returning guest.
Party time next time.
give us some
Birthday.
This is
beautiful,
very juicy. This is very, very juicy.
beautiful, beautiful,
Yes. Yes. There's
beautiful.
so many nuggets that you have given, so
Yeah.
many modalities, so many tools you share with us this evening. And I hope the audience, you're writing these stuff down because you're going to keep it in your toolbox. So whenever those days that you're now feeling that super high, you could
Mhm.
always go to your toolbox and take those modalities out, and you could always use it to help you to move forward. Dr. Constant, you're a blessing. You're
Yeah.
a blessing to this universe, you know, because you came back here on a mission and you are really bringing people together.
Mhm.
You are really bringing communities together. You are helping people to see the light within themselves. You're helping people so they could see the value they have to offer the world. And that is a very special gift that you came back here with. We take our hats off to you, and we're going to honor you tonight for that, you know, because you decided to work on yourself so you could show up and help the world to level up. So you have really helped us this evening to move and shift ourselves into that space of openness. So once we could move into that space of openness, we could able to see the beauty and the gems that we are. Thank you so much for showing up into this space and giving us value, giving the audience value so that they could able to shift themselves and to experience growth and to experience evolution with their lives. Joan?
Wow. This 1 hour was just not enough
No.
for that. Yeah.
After party.
Yeah. And I think because what you bring to the table, the level of value that you bring to the table, the level of the guidance, new insight, perspectives, and help us to look at life through a different lens, and help us to understand that it doesn't matter where we are, that even if we're going through adversity, there is hope, there is optimism. We can move beyond. You did that. You're talking from what you've experienced as a person, as a human being. And you're telling us tonight, yes, we understand that you've been through something, but you don't have to stay there. You have a choice. What do you do when you bounce back? How do you find that level of resiliency, the level of courage, the level of determination to move the needle forward and be you who you are and pull out everything that you have within and draw it out so you can live your true potential and find that new level of purpose and redefine not staying where you are, but moving forward and able to live yourself out all your dreams and not knowing that you're special, you're worthy, you're deserving, and knowing that you're walking with a level of compassion and love and find that level of greatness within you and just keep moving that level forward. So tonight we just want to thank you, thank all the audience. Remember the comments are amazing. And just continue to connect with Dr. Constant because she is truly an amazing individual. She's doing so much. She's bringing so much value to the world and helping all us as a community to level up and that we can live our true essential self with joy, love, and happiness, and also walking with a level of excellence. Because that's what it's all about.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Constance. And
Thank you.
thank you to the audience for showing up and sharing this space with us.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you taking
Love.
the time to
Mm-hmm.
sit with us this evening. Thank you for your beautiful comments.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it. We always love these feedbacks because it only help us to help you. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, and continue to stay blessed. Continue to believe in yourself. Just know that you are good enough. You're one of a kind. You're special. You're unique. You have something beautiful to offer this world. Bring your gifts out. Don't hold it in. Bring it out. Find that community that is going to help you to bring the best out from you. Find that community that you could bring the best out, and you could be of service for humanity. Humanity, we need you. We need you. Don't just lie there and sit there and say it's over. It's not over. You still have that gem within you to bring out. Come on, you gotta bring it out. We need it. We need the world need you. Bring out that gem that is within you. Don't
Connect.
sit there. Connect with Dr. Constance. All her handles are in the comments below. Reach out and connect with her. Myself and Joan is here. Reach out. If you can't get her, reach out to us, and we're gonna direct you straight to her. So you could get a meeting with her, and she's gonna help you to level up, and she's gonna help you to move into that space of worthiness. She gonna help you to move into that space of greatness. She is a true gem,
Oh
because
my,
a lot of times you find
it's amazing.
people, they're not willing to help each other. But Dr. Constance is here to open that space for you, so you can move into that space and you can level up, show up, be your authentic self unapologetically, right?
So another thing is, before we end, guys, another thing I wanted to tell you is, recently with my friend who needed a job and that constant rejection. Just I want you to know that no, that word N-O, no, it just means next opportunity.
Absolutely.
Opportunity you have is not for you. It's okay. Next
Absolutely.
opportunity. That's all it means.
Love it.
Absolutely. And Jerome is saying hallelujah.
Yes.
Guys.
Oh, this was very, very good show this evening. Dr. Constance, thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Ray, Christine,
Yes,
all
thank
of
you guys.
you connect. Connect.
Just connect, keep connecting. That's what the
Yeah.
world need. Connection, connection, connection. So we could expand these communities. Just expand it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Thank
grow.
you guys so much.
Thank
And
you.
have a wonderful weekend. We love you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Bye.